take my hand and we'll go away to a different place. Float on air and we'll hide away. I'll be your escape. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, you're ready to begin. And just levitate. We could be fighting for what's right, or we could be falling to pieces. Under the bridge of fire burns, somewhere the pages start to turn, and somebody whispers, I need this. I will do anything just to make you see. Don't apologize for what's in your dreams. Maybe this time will be different. It's only us. It's only us. It's only us can dream again. I'll tell you all my secrets. We're encouraged like a second skin. The kids are all dying. We're dying to believe again. Run through the open streets. We take what is needed. They say we're young ones, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for it forever. disappeared. Can you say that I wasn't there for you when you went into hiding on the front steps of your porch? And I reflected on the memories, but I put out that torch. Hey! But I put out that torch. You make me feel like home. You turn around, I feel the breeze over me. You watch your dreams unfold. Let it come around and let it breathe over me. It's time to go away into the light. I feel the calming energy. I see the darkness coming, and I'm calling you to help me set me free. I'm calling for you. I'm calling for
Here we go. And welcome to Halifax and the Majestic Forum on a Wednesday night for AUS men's hockey here on AUS TV. It's the Dalhousie Tigers welcoming in the Acadia Axemen. Good evening, everyone. Alongside Drew McConnell, Vince Williams on hand for a big matchup here at the Forum tonight. Drew, it's the 7-9 Tigers and the 6-11 Axemen getting it done here tonight, and tonight is a big game for both of these teams going into the Christmas break.
It 100% is a huge game. As you mentioned, you know, these are teams that are really close to one another in the AUS standings. Dalhousie's only got a 3-point cushion over Acadia right now. A regulation victory for the Axemen puts them 1 point back of Dal, and that is certainly not a position the Tigers want. They want to create some room between them and the Axemen and the standings, and this is a big game to do it.
And let's send it down to the public address announcer for the national anthem. So it's the Tigers and the Axemen. And let's introduce you to the goaltenders tonight for the Axemen. They will go with the Kelly Trophy winner, the AUS MVP, the reigning MVP of 2019-20, number 50, Logan Flodell. Flodell on the season is 4-8 with a goal against average of 3.96 and save percentage of .891. And down the other end, it'll be number 35, Riley Pickard. Pickard coming into this game, the junior from Halifax, 5-7 on the season. A goal against average of 2.78 and a save percentage of .93. Pickard's been outstanding in the first half of this campaign, Drew, and he's been nothing but tremendous.
He's one of the biggest reasons the Dalhousie Tigers find themselves in a playoff spot right now, and they're going to need him to be just as good, if not better, than he has been down the stretch.
So the Kerwin line and the Deacon Put line will start for both sides. That's slapped down into the Tigers' end. Pickard will play it from behind his net. Here's Jamison. He'll shovel it over to Welsh. Welsh and Jamison is going to be a very important D partner pairing tonight, Drew, if the Tigers are going to keep this offense from Acadia at bay.
No question about that.
Here's Welsh now. Welsh is rubbed out along the wall. He'll leave it there. Cross-ice pass looking for Derek Gentile. And Gentile gets in there. Flodell plays the puck, and that's sent all the way down the ice, and that'll be an icing play. As Webb was trying to stretch that to one of his forwards, but it didn't find anyone, and we'll have a face-off down in the Axemen zone.
Got a little taste of the speed that Derek Gentile brings to his game as he beat out that icing call against the Tigers. And, you know, we talk about Riley Pickard. The other one that's going to be big for them, for the Tigers, is Gentile.
Huntley's shot is wide of the mark. Kelby will step up and try to keep it in tight. That's played around the boards. Here's Campbell Pickard. Campbell Pickard now. He'll try to put on the brakes. He's knocked off the puck. And Huntley, once again, will try to get away from Hoyt. Pickard overskates it, and the captain, Boucher, sends it into the zone. And that's quickly sent out of the zone. Look out. Big hit coming, but able to sidestep that hit from Jared Baker. And another shoot in here, and this time it'll be an icing call on the Tigers.
Jared Baker, you know, he's been a great addition to this team, too, for the Tigers. Great addition to the back end. And I think the thing that, is the best about Baker. Nothing seems to faze him, and he plays a big, ugly game, and he's not afraid to throw the body around, and that's an intimidating presence on your back end.
And the Green, Johnson, and Thompson line out there, the third line for Chris Donnelly tonight, will get their first shift. Here's Johnston. He'll send it behind the net. Tried to find Baker. Baker in a fight for that puck along the wall. And he gets tied up there. And he's having it his way with Morgan Noss. Play goes down the other end, though. And finally, there'll be a penalty, and it's going to go to Baker for the cross-check. So all of that action behind the play causes the Tigers, and they'll go on the PK and give Acadia an opportunity on the power play. Tonight's referees Todd Tamander, Andy Aldred, and the linesmen Jack Jason and Blaze Curry.
Jared Baker must have heard me when I said he likes to play an ugly game. But that's not a great example of how to play an ugly game, as he got a little carried away behind the play, took a few extra whacks on the cross-check, and it cost his team this man advantage.
Here's McFadden, the leading point getter up to this point for Acadia. Second team All-AUS in 2019-20 is McFadden, the captain this year for Darren Burns. Shot on net, and Pickard's able to make the save. Kept back to the point here. Vazula over to McFadden, and that's off the leg of Welsh and out of the zone.
Good puck movement by the Axemen, as they got a really good chance there on a shot from the line that Pickard had fought off, and he had traffic all over him. That's going to be a real challenge for the Tigers on the penalty kill, clearing out the screens in front of Pickard.
27% power play is the Acadia Axemen. 18 goals on 66 chances, and Pickard again able to fight through that screen out in front. He was able to see that all the way through the blue paint, and he'll hold on for the face-off.
Yeah, the Axemen have the best power play in the AUS, as you mentioned, Vince. Over 27% they're shooting at right now. The Tigers' penalty kill has been pretty stingy, up over 80%. That's pretty good. They're second in the AUS. So it's special teams is going to be an interesting battle to watch tonight.
Fergus now off the draw. That shot doesn't get through. Tipped and redirected in front. That goes wide. As Webb sent that one in, and the Tigers will relieve the pressure and throw it down the ice. 50 seconds now remaining in the Baker minor.
That was a pretty deft deflection there by Henderson in front of the Dal net.
Fergus lost the handle in the neutral zone. Shot down by Green. And Flodell will leave it there, and Fergus will pick it up. Fergus now, he'll come through the neutral zone. He'll get it back. Now they'll try to go to work here with 28 seconds remaining to no avail, and that's sent down the ice by Miller. Miller will go off on a change, and the Tigers doing a good job here on the PK. One last rush here for Acadia. 15 seconds remaining in the power play. And another great play defensively. Good stick in there by Kelby. And we'll have a face-off that will stay in the Tiger zone, but 9 seconds remaining in the power play here, Drew.
It's been a so far pretty good penalty kill. I mean, the first face-off, the first initial chance that the Acadia Axemen had, they did a really nice job keeping the puck in the zone, setting up, making crisp passes. Last couple of times, Dow's done a nice job of disrupting the zone entry, which has given the Axemen a lot of troubles.
Kerwin wins the draw. Kept in, though. Opportunity here. Penalty comes to an end. Back to 5-on-5 as Baker goes straight to the bench, and O'Neill will get a shift here for the Tigers. Kept in there by Acadia. Still with the pressure. That's off the side of the net by Hoyt. Hoyt now trying to work his way as Huntley ties him up in the corner. Huntley will bring down Hoyt. No call on the play. Here's Jamison. Jamison, he'll put on the brakes and try to play it back, and he'll quickly throw it up to O'Neill, who sends it over to Kerwin. Kerwin with speed down the left side. Kerwin breaks in, shoots, he scores! Gentile gets the Tigers on the board. A beautiful play by Kerwin with speed down the left side, and Gentile gets number 14.
Right on cue. We talked earlier about how good Gentile's been and how much he means to this Tigers team, and that's an example. But first off, I want to shed light on a great play that Aiden Jamison made. He was behind his own net. He was going to pass it behind the net, but he was smart enough to realize he had a lane in front. So at the last second, he decided, no, I'm going to pass that to the front. It goes right to Kerwin. Kerwin, great speed, great puck protection, perfect feed to Derek Gentile. And you give him that much time and space and that much net to shoot at, he's not going to miss.
Flodell had no chance on that shot, as it was a beautiful pass, and it's, like you said, Drew, set up by Jamison, took his time, wasn't pressured below the goal line, and he could have easily threw that up the boards and out, but he had his head up, and he had great vision on that play, finding Kerwin, who found Flodell. And just to mention, Kerwin and Gentile are picking up where they left off the last time these two teams played in November 3rd, where Kerwin was a big, big factor in that win. The Tigers were down 3-1 after the first period, 5 unanswered goals to win that one 6-3 in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. As Gentile had 2 goals and 2 assists, Kerwin, he had a goal and an assist in that game.
They have been a dynamic duo up front for the Tigers this season, a huge reason that the Tigers are where they are currently.
Chance now here for Arcadia. Good stick in there again by Kelby. Knocking that away as Yakimowicz was scrambling in front of the blue plate as well.
A tough giveaway there in the defensive zone, but a great recovery, and that's key. If you're going to give the puck away in your own zone, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're going to, it's always good to have somebody back to make a play and prevent a scoring chance, and that was a good one there by Kelby.
As Johnny Corneal had an opportunity there, the junior from Lindsay, Ontario. Kerwin wins the draw back. Jamison tried to win that puck battle. Miller will just send it off the boards and out. And the Gentile line's out there again for Chris Donnelly and the Tigers. That'll be tipped down, icing waved off. Pickard will play it behind his own net. He'll play it up the boards. That goes over the stick of Jamison, sent right back in. Here's Kelby now. Kelby will fire it right over to Jamison. Jamison now. Nice pass to Gentile. Nice soft hands by Gentile, and he sent it on. And unable to gather that on the one time was Sean Miller. So this line is buzzing in this first period, Drew.
Yeah, especially and also with Jamison on the back end. Another great pass as he got that one across 2 lines and right onto the tape of Gentile, who made a nifty little move, but they couldn't quite finish. But it's showing you just how good this team can be when it's in sync.
Yes, Derek Gentile. If you don't know this freshman from Sydney, Nova Scotia, get to know him. He is outstanding, and he is definitely the front runner for Rookie of the Year in this conference.
He would join fellow Cape Brettoner and also former teammate of the Cape Breton Eagles, Mitchell Balmas of the St. Mary's Huskies, who won that award last season.
McMaster scores! Beautiful move by McMaster. Undressed the defenseman, and Pickard had no opportunity in the slot area. And just like that, Acadia ties this one up at 1 apiece on a beautiful goal by McMaster.
That was just a wonderful play there by McMaster as he got inside, outside, put the puck between the defender's legs, and a perfect shot up over the glove of Pickard. He had no chance on that. That was all McMaster, Adam McMaster there. And that was just a beautiful individual effort.
And we were talking about freshmen in the play of freshmen. And Adam McMaster must have heard us from the booth, Drew. The 5'10" freshman from Beamsville, Ontario, ties this one up at 1. So we look like we might be in for a high-scoring game in this contest. Green now will try to bring it over the line. That's picked off. Opportunity for Flamin. Flamin breaks in, and Pickard holds on to make the save at the top of the blue paint. And that draws a crowd. Welsh is there, and he's battling in front of the net there, and they're not happy with each other. It's Welsh and Rayfuse. As Rayfuse is not happy at all with Welsh. He's trying to get a piece of him.
I would think somebody's going to take a seat for this. There was pretty significant shots exchanged from both Welsh and Rayfuse off that play. I didn't quite see what precipitated that whole exchange.
I think he just went hard to the net, and Welsh tried to cut him off, and Rayfuse wasn't happy about being cut off after the whistle, but nevertheless, That's just a no-no in hockey. You and I know that, and so does fans, you know, that love this great game. As Cole Rafuse, the 6'2" freshman from Kingston, Nova Scotia. So it'll be interesting to see if there's an extra one tacked on. Because they're offsetting minors, and I think there might be one. As it appears to be just one penalty being assessed to Acadia, and I guess they're going to have to get an extra man in there because I think Rafuse got the instigator. As Darren Burns is having a lengthy conversation and trying to sort things out here. The box is still open, Drew. Maybe they're tossing something in there that belongs to Rafuse.
I think he lost his mouth guard in the exchange with Welsh.
But yeah. Darren Burns is not sending anybody over there, and he is definitely protesting. And McCarty's going to go now.
So you are right, Vince. It appears that Rafuse is going to get that additional 2, which will give the Tigers their first look at 5-on-4.
So an opportunity here for the Tigers to get back the lead. Third-ranked power play in the AUS this year at 22.4%. 15 goals on 67 chances. And out of those 15 goals, number 11's got 7 of them. He is just a power play magician, is Derek Gentile. And here's the aforementioned Gentile. Centers it, and Pickard can't get a stick on it. Miller now will take his time. Miller over to Gentile. Gentile looking calm, looking confident. One-timer is faked on. Here's Kelby. He'll go for a skate. Kelby now. Plays it back to Miller. Miller fakes the shot. Gentile, that hops over his stick. He'll regather and send it down to Pickard. Back to Gentile. Gentile walking up. Gentile centers it again through the blue paint. Nice save there by Miller to keep it in the zone, but it's sent right back down the zone, though, as Acadia was able to relieve the pressure and they'll make a change.
The thing that's going to hurt the Tigers on this power play is they don't have their quarterback out there right now. Connor Welsh, he's used to playing the point and kind of quarterbacking this power play.
Good point. And that shot in there by Kelby. Kelby takes a hard check into the boards, and he is down. He went awkwardly into the boards, Drew, and he's still down as Merrick Rippon, the 6-foot freshman from Ottawa, Ontario, leaned into Kelby. He's slow to get back up to his skates, and he'll make his way towards the bench, but he'll definitely remember that number who put him into the boards on the next few shifts coming up in this period.
Yeah, I would say that's a safe bet, and didn't look like it was a malicious hit by any means. It was just a good hard hit along the wall that caught Kelby the wrong way, and he went down, but I suspect it's not the last time we will see those two guys come together this evening.
So Darian Kelby, the 6'3" freshman from Hamilton, Ontario, he'll be looked after by the Tigers training staff, and let's hope that Darian's okay as Chris Donnelly takes a peek and a few words towards Darian. It seems to be Darian says, okay, coach, I'm okay. Flow down now. He'll move the puck, and look out, big hit there. Hoyt gives up the puck to Corneal as Yakimowicz stepped into him at the line. Tigers still on this power play, but it's a little disjointed here in the back end. 10 seconds remaining now. Here's Green. Jamison overskates the puck, and that's shot down the ice. And Pickard will play it. He'll quickly move it. Now Green will bring it through the neutral zone. Green now. Green with speed. Oh, wide. He'll go behind the net and send it back to Huntley. Huntley will step up at the point. Huntley will go towards the net. Now Green. Power play over, back to 5-on-5 as Acadia was able to kill off that man advantage for the Tigers. So both of these teams 0 for 1. McFadden, he'll throw it in. He'll try to get back now as O'Neill will come up the ice and shoot it in. Good move there with the puck. Able to send it over. Here's Deacon Putt. Putt's knocked off the puck there. Tigers now on the attack. Soft shot on net there and able to handle it easily was Flodell as Jamison Murray couldn't get enough on it. Murray gets it back though. He'll fan on either a shot or a pass, but nevertheless, he'll still have possession. Still battling there. And McFadden able to dig it out, and he'll move the puck. Kept in there by Baker, though. Good shift here by the Tigers as Gentile will join this line. He'll go and search for the puck.
That was a heck of a forechecking shift by Jamison Murray. My goodness, he stripped about 3 different axemen of the puck and was able to hold it in the zone for quite some time.
Baker now, he'll try to send it up. And Miller was able to send it through. Flodell quickly moved it. Good touch pass in the neutral zone. And a chip and chase here by Morrison. Morrison tries to play it back to the point, and that's stolen by Gentile. He'll calmly play it back. And now that's quickly moved up by Huntley. Back the other way, here's Kerwin. He'll put on the brakes. He was looking for Gentile. And able to get back on the back check was Fergus. Here's Hoyt. Hoyt now, 2-on-2. He's got Morrison, and good block in front there by Kelby. Back the other way, got an odd man rush, 3-on-2 for the Tigers if they hurry. Here's Gentile. Gentile fires, and that's off the side of the net. Kerwin tries to get it back to Gentile, and oh, look out, got the stick way up, and no call on the play, and a late whistle here, and able to try to bat that puck out of the air was Miller, but he put his blade of his stick right in the chops of one of the axemen, and I'm not sure if it was McCarty maybe, or Morrison, but nevertheless, Miller will get the gate, and that was a dangerous play in front of Flodell's net there, Drew.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you're around the net and the puck is up, your natural instinct is to knock it down with your stick, but unfortunately, you have to be very careful with where your stick is, and you have to be aware of where your blade is, and that was certainly an unfortunate play there by Miller.
So Miller will go off for the high stick, and another opportunity here for Acadia to take the lead. Just over the midway point here, 1-1 tie. Alongside Drew McConnell, Vince Williams on hand, and the entire AUS TV crew here at the Halifax Forum. And Zazula, with that bullet from the point, got it through, but couldn't get it all the way to the net. As Boucher will send it down the ice, he'll go off on a change, and Flodell will leave it there.
Zazula had some zazip on that shot. That was quite a bomb.
That was quite the cliche there too, Drew.
Yeah.
Did you just pick that up on the fly or what?
That's how I do my business.
All right, Zazula keeping it in. Here's Flamin. And that's redirect. Tricky bounce there, and it almost went through the 5-hole on Pickard. And covering up was Yakimowicz, and he'll send it down the ice, and he'll go off on a change. Flodell now. He'll leave it there for TJ Fergus. Fergus now will bring it through. Fergus puts on the brakes. He'll play it back to McCarty. 45 seconds now remaining. Here's Webb. Webb now try to play it back to the point. Green almost picked that off. McCarty saves it at the line. McCarty's trying to walk up, and Fergus will gather it. Fergus now, he'll survey, walk the line, send it over to McCarty. That's sent down low. McCarty again. Fergus will play with the puck. McCarty, and the redirect is knocked down and sent down the ice by Green, and the Tigers will make a change. 15 seconds now remaining. One last rush here for Acadia if they hurry. McCarty with speed. He'll send it, bring it over the line. Good stick in there by Boucher to knock that away, and that should kill the power play. Deacon Putt will tap it in, chase after it. Pickard is able to play it along. Look out, giveaway. And nice save there. Unable to deke out was McCarty. He waited, and Pickard waited for him as well. Here's Deacon Putt. Back to the point, and McCarty able to get a glove on that. As that one got through by Manilow. Still buzzing. Good pressure being applied here by Acadia. Wilson, he gets knocked off the puck, and Kelby will bring it. He'll try to exit the zone. He's cut off by Deacon Putt, who goes off on a change. Rayfuse is back out there now. Cross-ice pass over to Miller, who steps on the ice and joins his line. He'll stretch it to Gentile. Gentile on a partial break. He'll blow a tire as he tried to put the brakes on. And back comes Acadia the other way. That sharp angle shot is easily handled by Pickard. And Baker tried to move it along. Look out, Kerwin. Kerwin now. Can't get it out. Kept in there. Miller, he'll play it over to Huntley. Little disjointed here in their own end. Acadia coming on with some good pressure. Hoyt's up there. Rayfuse is there as well. Miller, he'll just put it skyward. And chasing after it is Murray. They'll go off on a change, and Hoyt will bring it over the line. Hoyt slams the slap shot right into the breadbasket of Pickard, and he'll hold on.
Well, that's a big save for Pickard, not because it was necessarily the hardest save that he's had to make so far, but what it's going to do is, hopefully for the Tigers' sake, it's going to calm their bench down a little bit. They were running around a lot in their own zone and having a hard time controlling the puck. Puck management has been something that they've, at some points throughout the season, have struggled with in their own zone, and that was a good case there, and luckily for them, they didn't allow a goal, but it came very close.
Tigers win the draw. Here's Johnston. Johnston now. He'll try to send it over to Welsh. Welsh will gather it. He almost got rubbed out there along the wall by Johnny Corneal.
Connor Welsh has been very active in this game so far tonight.
Jamison now trying to skate away from Morrison. He's tied up below the goal line. Welsh will lose the handle, but it's picked up by Green. Green trying to fight off that check by Flamin. That's banged off the boards, and Green will move it along, and it's quickly moved out by Thompson. Back to Green. Good back check there as Flamin's able to pick up the loose puck. He'll throw it to the neutral zone, right into the stick of Huntley, and Huntley will pound it into the zone.
That was a great defensive play by Jason McCarty of the Axemen to prevent that scoring chance.
Here comes the Axemen again with speed, and that's a good chance there by Adam McMaster. Decided to shoot instead of pass. McMaster's got the goal tonight for Acadia, and on that chance there, Drew, I think he could have taken up a few more strides towards the net before he shot that puck.
Yeah, he certainly was very close to sniping that one up over the blocker, and Chandler Yakimowicz, to his credit, tried to stay onside there. Quite the stretch. It hurt me up here, but nevertheless, Tigers go offside.
So the face-off will come outside the zone of the Axemen. Deacon Put and Campbell Pickard. He'll win the draw. Look out. Here's Yakimowicz trying to center it. Good defensive play and a quick whistle there as the puck was loose.
I believe the net came off its moorings.
They're looking at the net and they're not touching the net, Drew. I think the puck, there was a quick whistle. But nevertheless, there was a whistle, and it was in the favor for Arcadia for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Good defensive play initially. One of the referees thought the puck disappeared out of his sight, and that's a good call. If you can't see the puck, you got to whistle it down.
That's the rules.
Tigers winning at the point. Yakimowicz spins, fires. Boucher now trying to hop off on the puck. He'll play it back. That's off the stick of Kelby. He'll quickly send it over to Baker. Kelby now. It's good to see him back out there after taking that hit. That's tapped in the zone, and Yakimowicz will chase after it. Baker now in the fight for the puck. Boucher will shovel it through. That's picked off, and Kerwin will go on the forecheck. That's calmly played behind his own net is Garrett McFadden. And Hoyt will tap it in. Now Pickard, he'll leave it there. Tigers will take their time. Here's Jamison. Quickly throws it over there to Miller. That's over his stick, and that'll be an icing call.
This period is just zooming by.
3:30 left in the period, to be exact. You're right. Not many whistles, but lots of action back and forth, and outstanding skill between these two teams. 3 points separate them coming into this one, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Drew. Two very important points here on the table as the Tigers have another game. They'll play here Friday night with the crosstown rival St. Mary's will come in. And this will be the last game in the first half of the season for Acadia. So they want these 2 points, trail them by 3.
Absolutely, they do.
Jamison now. He'll try to bank it off the boards. That's knocked down by Gentile. Kerwin will play it along, throw it through the neutral zone. That shot directly back in there. Tigers now will try to get it out. Here's Gentile. Gentile stretched past to Kerwin, and Kerwin tried to dance around the defender, and that's knocked off of his stick and played back down in the Tigers zone. Gentile to Miller. Miller will shoot it in the corner, and Kerwin will get there first, trying to beat McFadden. Back to the point, Kelby. That's off the stick of Deacon Put. He almost put that one right on net, and Flodell would have had to come up with the save there. Back the other way now is Flamin. Rayfuse is there, and McFadden, he'll join the rush. Rayfuse keeps it in, sends it back. McFadden fires and able to fight through some traffic there, and Pickard will hold on for the face-off once again with just over 2:30 remaining in the opening frame.
You know, you mentioned the Tigers play one more game after tonight against their crosstown rivals, St. Mary's Huskies on Friday. The Huskies in action tonight over at the Daphne Center hosting the St. X Axemen, and they currently lead that game 2-1 near the end of the first period. So
a couple important hockey games tonight, Drew, here in Halifax.
Two big ones for sure.
As they will meet to finish out the first half of the season, and this building should be rocking between those two teams on a Friday night. Knowing the importance and the significance and how this is going to play out is kind of early to talk about playoff standings, but it's not either, because these points are very, very important for all of these teams.
Over halfway through the season now. Further we go along, the more important those points become.
The Tigers trying to make the playoffs for the first time since 2017-18, when they were knocked out of the first round in the quarterfinals by Acadia, 2-0 in that best-of-3 series.
I think the Tigers, if they do make the playoffs this year, they're going to be a tough out. I mean, this is a different team than what we've seen in the past few years. This is a team with a lot of skill.
A lot of speed as well.
A lot of speed and great goaltending.
And that's very much important. You got to have great goaltending, in particular in the playoffs, because that's where it's going to show in dividends. So a minute exactly remaining here in the opening frame. Still a 1-1 tie between the Axemen and the Tigers. The Murray line out there for the Tigers. Huntley in the back end along with Connor Welsh. Won by Flamin. Kept in though, as that shot attempt's knocked down by Huntley. And back the other way comes McCarty. McCarty gets it back, he'll shoot it wide. Puck battle along the wall there and keeping it in is Wilson. Huntley now trying to get away from Flamin. And Wilson now, he'll shoot it in. Here's Huntley with the puck. Huntley will put on the brakes, he'll come out in front dangerously. He'll calmly move it over to Yakimowicz. Yakimowicz will shoot in, and Campbell Pickard will try to chase after it. Here's McCarty. He'll play it up. The Rayfuse. Rayfuse gets wallpapered by Boucher. And Boucher will go off. Man, that was a clean hit in open ice. Rayfuse had his head down, and I think he's got a case, Drew.
Yeah, he's very upset. He's getting called for charging on this, and Dylan Boucher very angry with the official over that call. And, you know, it's funny. I was actually looking ahead of the play. I didn't see the hit. All I saw was the aftermath.
The whole thing, Drew. The whole thing. Boucher was there waiting at the line. And Rayfuse was coming down with speed in the middle of the ice. He didn't see Boucher, and Boucher just laid him out. And it appeared to me, and I'm not being biased, that was a clean hit. We don't have the luxury of instant replay, and if we did, we would show you several times by several angles. So there's the buzzer, 20 minutes in the books, a 1-1 tie here at the Forum. We'll step aside, but we'll be back with the Under Armour first period intermission report. Stay with us. You're watching AUS Men's Hockey here on AUS TV. Welcome back to the Halifax Forum in Halifax, Nova Scotia for AUS Men's Hockey here on AUS TV. After 20 minutes, we're all tied up at 1 apiece between the Tigers and the Axemen. And let's take a look at the quick numbers in the Under Armour first period intermission report. The first goal scored by the league leader now, Derek Gentile, the freshman from Sydney, Nova Scotia. He scored his 14th goal at the 4:21 mark. And it didn't take long for Acadia to tie this one up. At 5:56, it was Adam McMaster's 4th goal, as he was able to get the job done on a nifty move and an outstanding one, undressing the defenseman and depositing it pat Riley Pickard. So Henderson gets the helper on that goal, Kerwin and O'Neill on the Gentile goal. And your thoughts there, Drew, of the first 20 minutes?
Oh, it was an exciting pace of play. I mean, both teams obviously understand what's at stake in a game like this as we're about to enter the holiday break. This is Acadia's last game before the break, Dalhousie's second to last game. So a lot of points, a lot of important points up for grabs here. And the Tigers, obviously, they're only a few points ahead. I think 3 points, 4 points, something like that ahead of Acadia in the standings. And this is, they got to start collecting points, and I guess certainly against teams behind them in the standings. And it was a fantastic first period, and we saw more magic from Gentile, and I think we're going to see a lot of fireworks over the next 40 minutes.
Yeah, that line between Gentile, Kerwin, and Miller has been outstanding for Chris Donnelly tonight, and they came into this game, you know, with that standard and top billing, and they did not disappoint in the first 20 minutes of this hockey game. We got a long way to go before it's decided. And as you mentioned, the fight for the playoffs and placing in the standings is quite clear. We got another game going on across town, down at St. Mary's at the Dolphiny Center. But coming into this game, the Tigers tied for 3rd with the Huskies and UPEI,
who are also playing tonight.
So a lot
UPEI
going
playing
on.
in Moncton.
But we will have that out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Virgin Radio throughout the hockey game, as Drew will break down the numbers to keep you up to date. And the second period underway here. And the Axemen will start on the power play as it's a continuance over from the end of the first. A minute 38 remaining to the Boucher charging call. In my estimation, looking up here high in the sky in our broadcast area, it looked like a clean check by the captain, Dylan Boucher, as he laid out Cole Rafuse.
And that appears to be the consensus amongst pretty much everybody up here, that that was a clean hit from Boucher, and it was not a charging penalty, but it's a game of humans. Humans make mistakes.
And it was a fast one because it was bang, bang in the neutral zone just before the line, as Rafuse came over through the neutral zone with speed and tried to carry it through. Acadia now an opportunity to take the lead early in this second period, but this power play a little bit disjointed here. Here's McMaster. He's got the only goal tonight. He'll bring it over the line. 44 seconds remaining. Good stick in there defensively by Connor Welsh, as McFadden would have to go back and get it, play it up. Here's McCarty. Flamin. Fergus, he'll drop it off to Flamin. Flamin now back to the point to Webb. Over to Fergus, trying to get organized. Here's McCarty. He'll walk up. Good save there by Pickard. Might have got a piece of the stick there in the pad. Still in the zone. Another pad save. He kicks out the right pad and makes the easy save there on McCarty.
Pickard is in the zone. You can tell as those shots just hit him. He didn't even have to move. Just perfect positioning on both shots.
Here's Fergus. One last rush here before we get back to 5-on-5. Boucher's out of the box, and Gentile now with the puck. Dangerous player. He'll play it up to Green. Green will play it back to Gentile. Gentile walks in, and he wires a howitzer above the net. Back the other way, though, a 3-on-1 or a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here comes the Axemen, and a great defensive play there. Shutting it down was Christian Huntley. Tigers now on the attack. That goes by Gentile. Flamin's trying to get off. McCarty still caught out there on this long shift. But what a play down the other end by Huntley to get back on that 3-on-2 odd man rush.
And that was after a shot by Derek Gentile, which was anything but gentle.
That wired above the net and ricocheted off the glass, and it was a great bounce there for Acadia. They couldn't capitalize, though. Yakimowicz now. Yakimowicz, he'll try to put that on net. That's off the stick of Rayfuse. Boucher's out there. He's running into people still. Baker now. He'll send it down low. Yakimowicz. Here's Pickard. Pickard gets away. He'll leave it there. Try to get the cycle game going between him and Boucher. Welsh trying to hold it in at the line. Here's Rayfuse. He'll take another check there by Yakimowicz. Two big men colliding at the center line. You can feel that from up here. Boucher, look out there. As Azula took a check there from Baker, making his way towards the bench. Drop pass, and Pickard's able to make the save on the one-timer. Coming late was ripping, but man, the bodies are starting to fly out there, Drew, and you said it. Fireworks are starting to get lit here in this second period.
You know, if I were the coach of the other team, I would almost want to wrap all my players in bubble wrap if they're out on the ice with Dylan Boucher, Chandler Yakimowicz, Jared Baker, and just the whole cast that's out there for the Tigers, because they will run you into the boards hard. And we saw a little taste of that earlier. Oh, what a header by McMaster to stay onside. That was incredible.
One-timer at the point by Rippin, and that's knocked out of play once again, easily handled by Riley Pickard. Yeah, that line between Boucher, Pickard, and Yakimowicz, it's their top line, but it's a little bit of mixture of both. You know, They got the 200-foot game from both, from that particular line, plus the physicality line and intimidation as well, and the toughness.
Meat. That's that line right there. And in a nutshell, it's all meat.
That's off the stick and out of play of Miller as McCarty try to generate that shot on net off the draw. Acadia doing a good job on their draws tonight. Tigers trying to buckle down and win this draw in their own zone. Johnny Corneal up against Welsh. Welsh will win it this time. Jamieson trying to fight off McCarty. In there trying to poke the puck free is Morgan Noss. McCarty tried to send it back. It's picked off by Miller. Miller, he tried to send it down low to Jamieson, and that's picked off. So they're playing pickoff here in the Tigers zone. McFadden, he'll send it quickly over to Webb. Webb will shoot it on net. Juggle, puck still loose. And it's finally picked up and found by Murray. Murray now will bring it through the neutral zone. He'll chip it down. He'll chase after it. And he'll try to run McFadden into the boards. Kelby had a good chance. He came on late. The stick got in the way, though. An errant stick. And that's tapped over the boards and out of play. What a chance there for Kelby. But the errant stick in the slot area played a factor.
Yeah.
Whip stick.
Yeah, the invisible man with the defensive play of the game here tonight. Yeah, Kelby came in and he had a good chance alone in the slot, but another stick, the stick that's actually attached to a human being.
Right.
Jared Baker made a great play as he was able to deflect that puck out of play, or else the Acadia Axemen could have had a breakaway.
The stick of the invincible man. I love that. So Pickard will play it behind his own net. He'll leave it there for Baker. Quickly moved on by Green. Green tried to find James Johnston in the neutral zone. That was picked off by Fergus, but Johnston gets it back. Johnston now on the attack. That's wide of the net. And Green tried to keep it in as Deacon was bearing down on him at the line. Rippin now. He'll go back and get it. Green on the forecheck. Here's Rippin. Can't get it through the neutral zone. Is picked off by Baker. Baker now barrels in. Leaves it there for Johnston. Two big men there for the Tigers. Couldn't get a shot on net, though. Johnston will shovel it in, and he'll go off on the change. Back the other way. Here comes McMaster. McMaster in all alone. Needs reinforcements. 1-on-5. He'll take them all on, and he'll just throw it away. And he'll wait for a few teammates here. Miller, though, he'll break back the other way with speed. Here's Miller. Good, smooth skater is Miller. And just as I say that, he blows the tire. Welsh now, try to play it down to Gentile. Miller back to the point. One-timer Welsh, he'll pound that puck on net, and that's easily saved by Flodell.
Well, the pace continues. We've got a great back-and-forth pace going on here between these two teams.
Back and forth we go. Still tied up at 1 apiece alongside Drew McConnell. Vince Williams on hand on this very important Wednesday night. The third last night of action in the AUS in the first half of the season. Some very important points on the line. 4 points in Halifax and 2 in Moncton. And then we'll have 2 more in Halifax and 1 more on a Saturday night to close out the first half, where the world beaters, Gardner McDougall's team, the UMB Reds, will finish out the first half.
World beaters is a good nickname for them. They just seem to beat everybody that's in their path.
Miller back the other way. Chance here, and Kerwin throws that above the net. He puts his head skyward as he had a great opportunity to put the Tigers up. Oh, look out, great hit there. McCarty, though, back the other way looking for Flamin. And Flamin came late, and he crashes into the boards. And let's hope that he's okay. He's slow to get back up to his skates. McFadden now. McFadden trying to walk up. He'll lose the handle. Tigers will try to exit the zone. Here's Boucher. Boucher will wheel. He'll throw it up to Gentile. Gentile try to bring it in at the line. He got upheld there by Webb. And we'll have an offside call there.
Gary McFadden is just such a smooth skater and unbelievably elusive when he decides he's going to turn the Jets on and use his skill and speed in combination, and he just makes defensemen look silly. And we saw another example of that in the Tigers zone.
And he's a defenseman himself. 5 goals, 14 assists on the campaign. Having a rough year, though, as he's had to log a lot of minutes in -6 coming into this game, Drew. In 2019-20, he had 28.7 goals and 21 assists, and he was a +15, a second-team All-AUS. And that puck goes out of play, and we'll have a face-off that will stay inside the Axemen zone.
Kind of a microcosm of what the Acadia Axemen have gone through this season. I mean, they were so good 2 years ago, the last real regular season we had, and, you know, they went to the AUS finals.
Absolutely.
They were a really good hockey team.
They were a legit hockey team, and they were hosting the University Cup before the stoppage of the COVID. Chance now here in the breakaway. Scores! What a stretch pass, and Adam McMaster again in on the breakaway. Deposits the goal, and the Axemen are up 2-1.
Yeah, it was a great pass, and McMaster with just a McMasterful finish, if I may. Just what a play that was by McMaster to get in behind the D, and he snaps that one up over the blocker of Riley Pickard, who was, you know, when you come in at that rate of speed and you get the goalie moving, you know, you got a pretty good chance, especially when you got a shot like McMaster, and he made no mistake.
And McMaster with 2 10-bell power plays, breakaways. The breakaway kind of looked like a power play, but nevertheless, the way these teams are going back and forth, the McMaster breaking in all alone, and now they're looking for more. Here's McCarty. The first one was kind of not a partial break, but a kind of an odd man rush, and he undressed the defenseman. This time, he didn't undress anybody. The stretch pass was tape to tape, and he just made one quick move, and he went blocker side, and Pickard once again could not come up with the save.
Yeah, just a tremendous pass, and I believe it was Webb who made the feed, and what a great pass it was across both blue lines, and just a great feed to McMaster, made no mistake, and he got in behind the D.
So the 5th goal by Adam McMaster puts the Axemen up 2-1, and looking for more here. That's off the side of the net. Green now, and getting rubbed out there hard along the wall. as Flamin ran into Thompson. Thompson's back up to his skates. And Flamin's really laying the body out there.
Not afraid to finish his checks.
Couple checks here. He's got a full shield on tonight, is Flamin. Sometimes that's precaution, sometimes that's comfort. But I'm going to say that it's for precaution, as he's probably got something going on above the neck. But nevertheless, that's not phasing him one bit, as he had about 4 checks on that shift there for Darren Burns.
And that's the kind of player coaches love. Coaches love to see players finish their checks, especially in the offensive zone.
Jack Flamin, 5'11" junior from Vibank, Saskatchewan. Tigers now. They'll bring it over the line. Here's Miller. He'll drop it off to Johnston. Green's there. Try the battle for the loose puck. Thompson wins it. Johnston, sharp angle shot, almost fooled Flodell, as he didn't anticipate that shot coming from that angle. Axemen now will break out. Morrison, he'll chip it directly on net, and Riley Pickard's not going to play around with it. He'll just hold on.
Axemen doing a really nice job identifying the gaps in coverage that the Tigers are putting up here, as we just saw Refuse, who almost, he could have had a chance. If that puck landed on his tape, he could have had a break between the two defensive players for Dalhousie. So the Tigers going to have to tighten it up a little bit, especially in the neutral zone.
Kerwin Lime will step out. McMaster's back out there for Acadia. He'll send it back to Wilson. Wilson, and that's redirected. Pickard's able to come up with that save, as Morgan Noss got a stick on it. Kicked free in the corner. Kerwin trying to find it. Noss will battle. He'll win it. Kerwin will run into Noss. And that's quickly moved now. Baker will come out. Baker trying that stretch pass to Kerwin. And that is steered out of play by Flodell. Dalhousie University's Department of Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors for the generous support: Under Armour, PepsiCo Beverages, and Cleve Source for Sports. So Gentile will take the draw here for the Tigers, and Johnny Corneal for Acadia. Corneal wins another draw. Here's Hoyt. He'll send it up to Corneal. Corneal fell. He'll throw it in. Gain the blue line, and McCarty's in all alone on the forecheck. That's tapped along quickly to Kerwin. Here's Kerwin. He'll attack. Kerwin splits the D. Wilson with that long stick and reach, able to steer Kerwin away. Here's Corneal. He'll bank it off the boards. Ran into Gentile. Couldn't get around him on that exit. Gentile now. Gentile will walk up. He'll fire and then try to go glove side. And back the other way comes McCarty. McCarty in. McCarty, and good save there by Pickard. As Pickard waited out McCarty as he cut across the blue paint. Was able to get in front of Miller. Pickard now back the other way. Campbell Pickard with the shoot in. He'll go in all alone and wait for reinforcements to come off the bench. Yakimowicz, he'll join the rush along with Boucher. That's banged off the glass and out, and Connor Welsh will have to go back and get it. Here's Welsh now. Ray Hughes staring down Welsh, and those two combatants came together early in the first period. Pickard now. Out there on a long shift. Campbell with the shoot in. Flodell, he'll play the puck behind the net. Stolen by Yakimowicz, who almost found Boucher. Kept in at the line. Great move by Jamison. He'll try to walk up. That's knocked off of his stick. Boucher gets rubbed out. Yakimowicz battle in front now. The puck's loose. Flodell trying to cover it up. And the puck will be played back to the point, and Pickard will have to gather it. He'll flip it in, and he'll go off on a change. Good shift there by the Boucher line. Stretch pass, and that's off the stick and right to Pickard. As that stretch pass, Drew, they're really trying to take advantage of it. right up the center of the ice. So the Tigers going to have to make an adjustment here and try to cover up that pass and take it away.
Yeah, both teams you've seen try to take advantage of that stretch pass, and I mean it's worked so far for Acadia. The last goal, the second goal that they've got, was a result of a successful stretch pass. So certainly something the Tigers are going to have to be mindful of.
Here's Henderson now. He'll send it back. Fergus with the shoot in. That almost takes the head of the linesman off as he threw that one right directly at the blue line. Murray now with the exit, up to O'Neill. O'Neill tried to undress Rippon, and Rippon was able to upend that opportunity. O'Neill now back the other way. He'll leave it there. Baker fires the puck loose. Great save there by Flodell as he was able to scramble from his left to his right to deny Baker.
Easily the best save Flodell has had to make in this period.
Hoyt, that hops over his stick, kept in there, and that rocket is sent in on net. And able to make that save again was Pickard. That was off the stick of Manilofi. So great chance there, the best chance of the period for Baker. Flodell able to make that save. 7:42 remaining here in the second. 2-1 lead for Acadia. Trying to get a couple big points here on the road. Acadia came into this game 2-7 away from Wolfville, Nova Scotia. The Tigers 5-3 at home. Here's Welsh. That's knocked down in front. Johnston. Couple nice blocks there in front of Flodell. Hoyt now on the breakout. Hoyt will bring it through. Try to find McCarty. That's picked off by Green. Back to Green. Green will bring it over the line. He'll send it over to Thompson. Got that caught in his skates, and back the other way comes Flamin. Flamin with Hoyt on a 2-on-1. Flamin steps in. Great stick in there by Jamison defensively.
Yeah, Aiden Jamison with a nice play to get back and interfere with that shot attempt. And once again, the Axemen do a good job of getting up the ice and getting an odd man rush. Tigers getting caught a little bit, perhaps cheating for offense, and that's something that I'm sure Chris Donnelly's not too happy with right now.
When I tell you here at the Majestic Forum, Drew, the boards down here on the far end towards the entrance are lively boards. Shots been fired off of those boards, and that puck has been bouncing to the blue line, and it's been on the tape of Acadia, and they were able to get those odd man rushes back the other way on those misses, on those errant shots. Acadia on the attack now. Couple nice saves. Puck's loose. And Pickard able to make a save again as Flamin's there looking for the loose change on the doorstep. Acadia now, the ice starting to tilt a little bit in the Tigers zone. Kind of undisciplined hockey right now, throwing the puck up the middle of the ice and giving the Axemen opportunities.
Yeah, the Tigers not exactly playing their best hockey right now. And they, to credit to the Acadia Axemen, they've been taking advantage of those mistakes, and they've been putting the pressure on. And again, we talked a little bit about it in the first period. We saw some examples of poor puck management in the defensive zone for Dalhousie. We've seen a lot more of it here in the second period.
So a late line change as the Boucher line comes out. Gentile line will go to the bench. They'll win the draw. Yakimowicz takes a whack at that as him and McFadden battle for that loose puck in the neutral zone. Huntley can't hold it in. He'll have to retreat. Fanned on it, trying to send it through the neutral zone. And Henderson, as Hoyt got caught offside, as Henderson was trying to make entry in the Tigers zone. Tonight's game is presented to you by Bellaline. Bellaline offers the fastest ranked internet according to PC Mag. We're available. Bellaline, your source here for AUS TV.
And elsewhere in the AUS, the St. Mary's Huskies have a 3-2 lead over the St. FX X-Men. About 5 minutes left in the second period at the Daphne Center. UPEI and Moncton tied at 2 currently in the second.
And the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by 101.3 Version Radio. Miller will tip it in from Baker. He'll chase after it. That's quickly moved. Connor Welsh will jump up on the rush. Cross-ice pass, the one-time there.
That was a good setup too, but Gentile just couldn't quite corral that one, and that looks like it should be a penalty.
And let's just see here as the puck goes out of play, some extracurricular activity after the whistle. As Todd Tamander will make his way towards the penalty box, and let's see who gets it. Rippon is talking to Baker on his way over there. He's very unhappy. Baker will make his way towards the bench. Rippon will go off, so the Tigers will have a power play here, Drew, with an opportunity to tie it up with 5:39 remaining here in the second.
Yeah, one of those penalties I think every hockey player and everybody involved in hockey just hates, the puck over the glass delay of game. And Rippon got caught, just tried to get the puck out, and unfortunately for him, it went over the glass. And the glass here at the Halifax Forum, majestic as you call it, very short glass, so you have to be very careful when you're trying to get the puck out of your own zone.
Acadia wins the draw. They'll bank it off the boards. Henderson will chase after it. Pickard will play it behind his own net. Kelby will skate away. Kelby now will gather it. He'll send it over to Kerwin. Kerwin now, he'll lug it through the neutral zone. He'll bring it over the line where he's met by Henderson. And it appeared to be an offside call here as Miller was just half a step ahead of the play. And the Tigers will have to regroup here as Pickard will take the draw.
It's a great opportunity for the Tigers to get their ducks in a row here in this power play late in the second period, a period in which they've been, quite frankly, thoroughly outplayed. And it's a great chance for them.
And just as you mentioned it right on cue, Hoy comes in and gets a chance on net. Pickard will have to make another save. 1:30 remaining in this disjointed power play opportunity for the Tigers. But they got the #1 power play out there as Pickard will quarterback this line of Miller and Gentile. Gentile's got 7 power play goals on the season. And in his time in the Q League, he's got 22 power play goals out of the 91 goals he scored from 2015 to 2019.
He's a power play specialist.
Kerwin battling behind the net. Here's Miller with the puck. Miller will take his time. One-timer Gentile pound that right on net, and Flodell was ready for it.
He read it perfectly, did Flodell, and he got across and made a perfect save.
50 seconds now remaining. Miller will bring it over the line. Gentile still out there. Welsh at the point here. Welsh will walk the line down the Gentile. That's off the stick of Yakimowicz, and that almost went on net as Flodell had to show his reflexes there. Johnston now. Nice puck handling there. Soft mitts there displayed by the big man Johnston. Yakimowicz. Gentile. 15 seconds now remaining. Here's Miller. Really taking the time here are the Tigers. And Yakimowicz is knocked down from behind by Webb. No call on the play. Back to Miller. Back to 5-on-5. As Rippon's out there now. Oh, look out. 2-man rush back the other way. Rippon's in. And good save there by Pickard. A mistake there by the Tigers on a late change. Was able to give Acadia the one odd man rush back the other way. So another odd man rush through. That had to be about the 5th one we've seen this period.
Yeah, Riley Pickard has really bailed his team out in this period, making save after save on odd man rushes. And he read that one perfectly. So give that man a steak dinner.
And I'm pretty sure he's going to have a few. Yakimowicz now. He'll center it. Flodell handles it with the stick. Back the other way. Another odd man rush. Here comes Deacon Foot. In. Great save there by Pickard on the redirect. as Deacon Put was able to get a stick on it. He waited out Pickard as long as he could, and Pickard shut down the 5-0, and Deacon Put runs Baker into the boards. Baker slow to get back up to his skates. He'll try to join the rush. Ripping cross-ice pass, trying to find McCarty. That hops over his stick. Here's Huntley now. Huntley, he'll turn it over in his own end, and the Tigers really getting disjointed here in the latter part of this second period. 2 minutes remaining, trailing 2-1. Here comes Campbell Pickard. Campbell will bring it over the line, cross ice over to Boucher. Great defensive play to break that up was McFadden as he scrambled. That shot down the ice. Icing waved off. Knocked down. Held in there. Good check there by Thompson. Now Campbell Pickard again will try to come through the neutral zone. He's knocked down by Noss. Kind of an act job there by Campbell. Didn't get the call on Noss. He'll get back up into the skates and he'll try to get to the bench on a change. Thompson had Kelby out in front. Couldn't get it there. Here's Welsh. Welsh will put it in on net. That's high above the glass. And Kelby now. He'll skate around. Closely guarded there by Noss. Cycled it to Kerwin. Kerwin puts on the brakes. Gentile. Gentile now. He'll walk the line. Good cycle. That shot in, and that'll be gloved down by Flo Dow.
Well, a lot happening there at both ends of the ice. Riley Pickard comes up with a massive save on another odd man rush that the Axemen able to come up with. And at the other end, the Tigers putting a little bit of pressure on themselves. As I'm sure if he had a redo, Gentile maybe would have held on to that puck a little extra to get a better shot on, but a good play by Flodell. He had a player, Miller, right in front of him, and he was able to glove it down.
Minute 03 now remaining in the period. Welsh didn't want to try that as Rafees was able to get to the puck. Didn't want to pinch up and give up that on-man rush. Here's McFadden. Henderson. Henderson will come through the neutral zone. He'll shoot it in. That'll be knocked down by Jamison. Hoyt steals the puck. Hoyt loses the puck. Here's Kerwin. Kerwin tried to gather it. And McFadden will quickly move it over to Webb. He'll send it up to Hoyt. Henderson will feather it over the Hoyt. Hoyt now. He'll put on the brakes. He'll send it back to Webb at the point. Webb will send it in deep, and Henderson will gather it. Here's McFadden. Whipped over to Webb. Back over to McFadden. He'll fake the shot. Fanned on the attempt, and Johnston knocks it down. Johnston, he'll backhand it through the neutral zone, and Yakimowicz will just shovel it forward. Johnston is laid out just before the buzzer by Deacon Put. And Johnston, either in sportsmanship or frustration, taps Deacon Put on the keister, making his way towards the bench, and he'll make sure to remember that hit coming into the third. So, 40 minutes in the books here. The Tigers trail 2-1. We'll be back with the Under Armour second period intermission report. Stay with us. You're watching AUS men's hockey here on AUS TV. Welcome back to Halifax and the majestic form, as Vince Williams would call it. Drew McConnell believes it, as after 40 minutes, it's the Dalhousie Tigers trailing the Acadia Axemen 2-1. One goal in that second period, and we'll take a quick look here at the Under Armour second period intermission report, and it was scored by the guy who scored the first goal for Acadia, Adam McMaster, and he is a breakaway specialist as he scored his 5th goal on the season at 7:32, assisted by Webb, and that pass by Webb would make any scout or professional hockey team happy because it was an absolute beauty, Drew.
He absolutely, with laser beam precision, made that feed to McMaster, who it appears is a McMaster at the breakaway. That's the second goal tonight he scored.
And that's the second time you worked in McMaster.
Yes.
In that kind of way.
Yes. But he's been great tonight as McMaster. A couple of really nice plays. A great play by Riley Webb to get him the puck. And, you know, that's one thing the Tigers are going to have to be careful with here in this third period. They gotta get rid of those chances against those odd man rushes, letting Axemen players get behind them. They have to be a little tighter defensively. And if you're tight defensively, eventually offense will come.
Well, it was a billing and a storyline that Gentile and McFadden, number 7 and number 9 in scoring in the AUS in the top 10, would be part of the storyline. Gentile has been. He scored the first goal for Dalhousie, but it's been Adam McMaster, the 5'10" freshman from Beamsville, Ontario, has stolen the show in the first 40 minutes. 20 minutes to go here as the third period is underway. Flodell will play it from behind his own net, try to play it up to Flamin. It's stolen by Jamieson. Jamieson is rubbed out there by Zazula. Flamin will try to get it out of the zone. Boucher will keep it in, and Zazula will have to go back for it. He'll rattle up the boards and out. Connor Welsh now. He'll send it over to Jamieson as they'll play catch. Jamieson now, he'll send it up to Pickard. He'll tip it in and he'll go off on a change. Miller has come on the ice along with Gentile. Kerwin will join them. Back the other way comes the Axemen. Hoyt, he'll throw it on net and almost able to tip it past Pickard. And I think he won unnoticed was Henderson, Drew.
Yeah, he was in there all alone, and that, you know, that just can't happen for the Tigers. They have to be aware of all times where these Acadia players are, and the Axemen have done a phenomenal job getting in behind and eluding coverage. And, you know, the Tigers just have to have their heads on swivels and make sure that they have all their ducks in a row, so to speak.
Gentile up to Kelby. He'll get knocked down by Hoyt, but he gets it over to Miller. Miller will chase after, and he'll send McFadden hard into the boards. No ill effect as McFadden will skate back up the ice. Here's Hoyt. Hoyt, that's off the leg of Kelby. Now Henderson will battle for the puck with Kerwin. He'll leave it there for Hoyt. Hoyt trying to send it back. Good stick in there, and to take the stick away was Huntley. But Webb now will activate. Webb will send it to the slot area, and that's knocked down as McMaster couldn't generate it on net. Here's Gentile. Got to get his offense going here. He's pretty much been in check since depositing his 14th goal, league-leading 14th goal in that first period, True. But that line between Gentile, Kerwin, and Miller really need to step it up here in the third.
Yeah, these are the guys that stir the offensive drink for the Tigers, and you're absolutely right. They're the ones that kind of have to grab the bull by the horns here and pull them into this game offensively.
Baker will send it down. Johnston in a battle. Wilson will rattle it up the boards. Quickly sent out, and here's McCarty. McCarty trying to dance around Baker, and Baker shuts that down. Corneal try to steal the puck from Green, and Green will skate away from him. He'll send it up to O'Neill, and O'Neill will shovel it in. Baker now will try to keep it in. He gets run over before his efforts, O'Neill picks up the puck. O'Neill with a couple dekes, couldn't get a shot on net. He'll send it back, and that was almost redirected by Johnston off the shot by Murray. Green now battling hard for the puck. Wilson will grab it. Now Wilson will fire it up the ice to McCarty. And that'll be out of the reach of McCarty, and that'll be an icing call.
Logan O'Neill with a pretty good chance, as maybe you want to see him shoot that puck, as he had showed good patience. And the Tigers did get a shot from the line, which was deflected, and you mentioned almost fooled Fliddell. It just went a little bit wide of the open cage.
Pickard now will take the draw with Corneal, win that battle. Back to Jamieson. Here's Jamieson, he'll backhand it down to Pickard. Pickard will spin away from Corneal. Rubbed out is Yakimowicz. He'll try to get off of that check. He'll leave it there for Boucher. Boucher now will chip it back to Welsh. Welsh will walk up, fire. Great save there with the blocker. Rebound, scrambling is Flodell. And Pickard was able to grab that out of the sky, but Corneal, in desperation, cross-checks Pickard from behind. Or maybe it's Pickard that gets the gate. No, Pickard will stay out there, but it wasn't Corneal. And let's see who it is here. Heading to the box, it's Orlando. So Melofo will get the box. Hopefully I said his last name correct. You looked at me and we both went. It's like, I'm gonna go with Orlando, 6'1" freshman from Richmond Hill, Ontario. No disrespect to his family. It's a tough last name to say, but an undisciplined play there as Orlando tried to make a play in front of his own net, but look out. Here's Henderson. Henderson cuts out in front. Great save there by Pickard. Pickard able to shut the door down, and racing back was Kelby to try to disrupt. So this power play doesn't start off to a good start here as they'll try to get organized. Tigers really need to get organized on their power play, Drew, to get on track here, because they can't give up those chances too many times as Pickard's bailed them out on every opportunity that Acadia's come across with.
Well, you play with fire, eventually you're going to get burned, and they've been lucky tonight because Riley Pickard's come to play, but you can't expect him to bail you out every single time.
Here's Welsh now. He rubbed out Hoyt along the wall. Good PK killing here by Acadia. Oh, that bounce, the lively boards almost flew. It flew Flodell. He was looking for the puck as Yakimowicz is up in it, and he takes liberty to that, getting dumped behind the play. As he gets up, as him and Merrick Rippon will exchange words and exchange shots. Green will bring it over the line. 40 seconds now remaining in the power play. Doesn't look like a Tigers power play, but nevertheless, they'll go back on it and finally get a shot from the boards is Gentile. So a lot happening there, Drew, but not a lot happening towards the blue paint where Logan Flodell makes his home.
Yeah, I mean, Flodell, I think the best chance might have been from the glass after that dump-in attempt, and it hit the stanchion, and the puck came out on just a bizarre bounce. And luckily for Acadia, there was no Tiger there to deposit it in. But yeah, this has not been a very good power play for the Dalhousie Tigers.
Tigers are in their fourth opportunity on the man advantage tonight, 0-3 up to this point. Kind of got to get the momentum back here in this power play chance and tie this one up. 19 seconds now as the clock continuing to tick away and snuff out that opportunity. Here's Henderson back the other way. He's done a good job on the PK. He'll leave it there for Fleming. Fleming cuts across, and that didn't miss by much as Henderson went straight to the net, trying to provide the screen. Penalties over, back to 5-on-5 hockey. Orlando's back on the ice. And he'll get right into the play now. So 0 for 4 on the man advantage tonight are the Tigers. Baker will send it down. Kerwin try to gather it. Boucher. Here's Boucher trying to dance around a defender. He'll lose the puck. Murray, though, finds it, and he'll quickly throw it up to Thompson. That's out of his reach. McFadden will get to it first. He'll be sent into the boards by Thompson. Good stick handle in there. This is McCarty. He'll spring McMaster. McMaster's in, and this time Pickard cuts down the angle, makes the blocker save.
That's a big, big save for Riley Pickard.
Fergus now. He'll throw it up to McMaster. McMaster seems to be loose all the time. He'll send it quickly to McCarty, and again Pickard comes up with the save.
McMaster and McCarty seem to have the puck on a mixed string out there. They just, every time they touch it, they're just making magical plays.
And they seem to be behind the defense as they're moving quite quickly tonight here. I'm not sure if it's the old majestic ice of the form here giving them the confidence, but nevertheless, they are skating quite smoothly tonight and moving with any resistance by